Hello everybody. This is a skull I've been working on recently. I didn't want to show it at first because I wasn't sure what it was going to turn out to look like. It's getting there, so I'm going to make a little video on how I'm going to finish this up. Okay, so I'm using a reference image on another screen I'm using, and I'm just trying to hold on. No, never mind. Yeah, I'm using a different image and stuff. I'm just using the clay brush and move, and that's it so far. Okay, so I've got the general shape of my person. His nose looks a little small, so I'm going to use the move brush to pull his nose out a little bit, and then push it in just to make it more dark and sinister, perhaps. That is extruding out, and I don't see that in the reference image too much, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, that's good. Okay, then the side of the... I think I'm going to use H-polish for this section of the face. Okay, yeah, I've got symmetry on, so I can focus on one side and mirror the results. Okay, that's probably going to work. Let's see, smaller brush. Okay, that's good. Flatten out the face. Ooh, I'm gonna need to bring up the head a little bit more, a lot more. So, a great way to get volume in your mesh is either move or snake hook. I'm gonna try snake hook to see what that's like. Yeah. That looks like it's working. Nope. Okay, now I'm going to use clay build-up. This is my favorite brush. So you can just see very, very quick results. Okay, no, doesn't look right. One nice thing about clay build-up brush is that you can switch from pushing or adding on, like I'm doing right now, to pushing in with the Alt button on the keyboard, and you don't even have to let go of your mouse button. So if you wanted to, you could just switch between the two to create whatever you wanted to without having to worry about having to use multiple mouse clicks. Yeah, just a really nice thing that ZBrush has. Okay, from a side view, yeah, that head looks still strange. So I'm going to pull out some form in the back of his head. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and when you're really trying to make fine results with clay buildup, I like 1% intensity, just because you can see a lot finer movements in your geometry. And always move around. Make sure your model is exactly how you want it, because the human eye is very, very capable of detecting even the slightest error, and moving your 3D model around is the only way to visualize these abnormalities in whatever you're trying to make. Okay. If you stay in one position too long, for example, right, I'm trying to fill this back head out a little bit more, and it looks really, really nice, but if I stay in this pose that I'm in right now for far too long, it looks like it's getting better and better, sort of, besides looking at the edges and things like that. But if I'm not careful with my 3D movement, eventually I'll be like, okay, that's nice. I like that. And then you start moving around in your scene, and you notice that you have a huge mistake that you didn't quite realize because you were only looking at one perspective. So always move around in your 3D scene. Okay, let's see. Okay, the head looks like it's going to curve in a little bit, so I'm going to try and reproduce that. I don't know, I'm saying one thing, but I might mean something totally different. So I'm going to use, yeah, move brush. Okay. Pull the cheeks out a little bit. Whoa. Now you hold Alt to pull it out, like right in front of you, so you don't have to keep moving around in strange angles. Okay. Now I'm going to use the snake hook, I think, to push in, just like I did. It looks pretty strange right now, but never, I don't know, give up on what you're working on, because I'm going to make it look nice. Okay. Pull the edges out just a little bit. Push in. Okay, well this, I don't know, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm going to try something. Yeah, don't worry about trying something new on your model, because as perfect as you think it may look, it can always get better, and hooray for undos. So if you mess up, you know, a bunch, you can usually undo that problem. And then clay build up. Make it a really small brush. And then from what I'm looking at, this skull I see on my screen, his eyes are bulging out, which makes sense because, I don't know, that's what I've always known to happen with the skull. Okay, then I think that works. Then push in with Alt. If you were careful or I don't know, really hated all the other brushes. All you really need is the clay buildup brush to make any type of form you want to. I don't know, it's not very practical because there are many other great brushes that you can use on different projects you're working on. Okay, so another big piece of advice is when you are working really close up on the face like this, and you take a long time to make it look really nice right here, it's a good idea to zoom out to get a nice look at your overall scene. Okay, this, I don't know, doesn't look right. So I'm going to try the blob brush. Blob brush is great for organic looks. Let's see if that looks better. No, I don't like that too much. Okay, so the intensity's too much. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to use the H polish. And no, undo. That, I don't like that. I'm going to go back to my clay polish and push it in a little bit. I don't know, it sticks out too much. Okay, now I'm going to work on the chin, I think. Yeah. So, clay build up. And when you are working on a new section of your model, just go ahead and play, because if you're too picky on a certain part of your model, it'll never get anywhere because you, I don't know, never step out of your box and try something new. Okay, and make the jaw. Okay, that might work. And then okay, I'm going to use a small brush and make this area, I don't know, smooth, holding shift. Whoa. I think I'm going to try and make this head longer in a certain direction. Well, that's not good. Perspective. Okay, so then I'm going to try and pull this out a little bit. Okay, that might work.